Folks, let me introduce you our local team here. Now you know their names, but let's do it officially. We have our driver, Gabi. Hola, Gabi. And we have my dear friend, Sebastian. Hola, Sebastian.
Hola.
You know, having to come to El Calafate, finishing a trip as spectacular as the one we have had, makes it very difficult for anyone to, close the circle of such a great trip. But I was so happy to know that it was Sebastian, because I know he is able to do that. For sure.
Yes.
Right? Sebastian, so happy to see you again.
Me too, me too.
Sí, va.
So,
Dame el gauchito, tengo ahí el copete. Dale. Hola.
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 ¿Cómo están?
Bien, bien.
Muy bien.
Muy bien. Muy bien. Excellent. So, welcome back to Argentina. The nicer part of Patagonia. Huh? He's not listening, so don't worry. You know, since Lucho is not listening, before I start, you know about the three things that you cannot ask when you travel in South and South America because we don't have it. You know about those things?
No.
There are three, and that doesn't exist. The first one is Argentinian modesty.
Oh yeah.
We just don't have it. And the second one is Chilean flexibility.
Oh yeah.
So that's why the oranges and So when you travel here, you just have to do whatever they say. Do not try to ask for a reason of some things. You just go with the flow. You want to know about the third one? Yeah. Brazilian efficiency.
Yeah.
So, folks, as Luis was saying, for you it's like the beginning of the end of an adventure in Patagonia, right? An expedition in Patagonia. Kota just told me that you were lucky enough to see pumas.
Yeah. One.
It's you hear what they say? Only one. You know how many pumas I have seen in 22 years in Patagonia? No more than 10 times. In 22 years working on the field as a local guide. So it's really, really rare. Even if Torres del Paine become like the most trendy place in the world now to see pumas, even though to see a puma, some people came here, paid for puma trips that cost like several $1,000s per day, and they stay here for weeks without seeing any. Wow. So it's you were really lucky. But what I was saying, this is the beginning of the end of a Patagonian adventure, and at the end of a Patagonian adventure, you having so many local guides before in Ushuaia, on the ship, then Maria Jose. To be a local guide on this last part, especially today, on this road from the border to my town, Calafate, in the last half of the day, when after you have a lunch, it's not easy. It's 4 or 5 houses and a gas station and a restaurant, and the place is called Esperanza. You know what Esperanza means? Hope. I don't know who named that place or why they named that place Esperanza, but if you think about it, they have the only public toilets available in 150 miles radius. So Hope is a really good name, and as a number one rule in Patagonia, that is to never ever miss a toilet opportunity.
La Esperanza. They have very nice restrooms though. It's a nice place. So this is the beginning of town. This is the beginning of our city tour, and we really hope you have enjoyed it, right? So we're stopping here. This is where we get off as soon as Gabi parks.
Look at the sandwiches. No edge.
Luis used to go to Antarctica, but he doesn't go anymore.
But I found the puma. We can say we saw the puma. There you go. Oh my God, it's gorgeous, huh? Isn't that nice? Oh, get a picture like that. That would be awesome. They have really nice postcards. Good selection. Things to come tomorrow. So moreno. Did you say where the brothel is? I want to see the brothel. Go right there. Ask the guy. Say, hola, where is the brothel? Ask, I dare you.
Hola. Hola. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Matías.
Matías, ¿dónde está el brothel?
She did it.
Hotel de chicas. ¿Dónde está? Diga.
¿Cuántas habitaciones?
She actually asked him where the brothel is. I dared her to ask the guy where the brothel is, and she did.
What is the problem?
The brothel?
Oh, the brothel.
He goes, no, they don't have. That's adorable. Oh my God, this is adorable. Are you getting that?
Oh, that's neat.
I like that.
No.
There is no sign, but the place is there. How do you know?
Show you where.
How do you know? How do you know?
Last time.
But how do you know?
I know. And I will let you know why. But I know. I know there is one.
I'm gonna go and take a look. Oh, they scored, I guess. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Who's playing? Let's go and see. Who's playing? Did they say? Yeah. I accused Luis of false advertising for telling us that there is a brothel.
This is the most
He promised to show us where it is.
have in Argentina. It's from starch, cornstarch, and dulce de leche. That's all it is. Sweet. They are the same. What happens is that Carmen won't have it because she doesn't want to have it. So that's
Yes?
de nada. You see, and it's so traditional. This is like we should be having mate and having this. Right? That would complete the picture. Thank you.
These are submarines.
It looks so good.
Let's get one. Give me a submarine. Let's see. Ready to go? Maybe he can give it to me in a cup. Cup? Great. Yeah, to go. It was a last minute decision. Gracias. Real chocolate. Oh my gosh. Oh, perfecto. You have a lid? Perfect, thank you. ¿Qué es su nombre?
¿Mío?
Yeah.
Alejandro.
Alejandro, muchas gracias, Alejandro. Yay. Well, goodbye, adios.
Pastry we had is it is very nice, you see, and it's very traditional for Argentinian highways, I would say, because every time they have this ride, This is a regular ride for people from Puerto Natales or Punta Arenas or El Calafate. So we are doing what they do.
Right.
You see? What everybody does.
Like the local.
Like the locals. And strangely, Sebastian doesn't drink mate. But he's the only Argentinian I know that doesn't drink mate.
What do you
It's
do?
like being French and having to have this kind of mustache. There's no need for that. Anyway, the thing is that these alfajor, as they are called, alfajor are the partner for your trips as you drive long hours sometimes. And I wanted to clear the question of Nancy that said that it was false advertisement to say that there was a brothel. But there is one, I know. I know. 100% sure. Let me tell you why.
Better tell us.
We were coming to, we were doing the same trip. The gas station was not working. It was closed. And this place, there was a fight inside. It wasn't the same kind of place. But there was a fight. There were men fighting.
Oh.
So we couldn't go in. So we started asking, and we turned that way, that street. That building, the last building, that street, it said bar. So my local guy, then it wasn't Sebastian, we opened the door and it was a brothel. There was no question about it. No question.
You have to describe it.
So I know there is a brothel. I know. Because we entered, we went in the place. Right, so it was very, very clear.
Did they allow you to use the bathroom?
So that's how I know. And something else that I wanted to share with you, it has a kind of it doesn't look Argentinian in the name or anything, but I tell you this thing, and I know that Linda got some, is chocolate. Simple chocolate, we could say just chocolate. But as a foreigner here, I don't get it in Chile. We can't buy it. So it's just Argentinian, and again, it's either these cookies or chocolate and mate that we will always have as we travel long distances. So, who doesn't like chocolate here? Any allergic to peanuts? Okay, so everybody's gonna have it. Great. So you give it a try. You will love it. It's really, really nice, right? And it was my discovery when I came to Argentina, right? Because I didn't know about this. And, well, you'll see. You'll give it a try, okay? Nancy?
Gracias, señor. Oh, wow. It looks great.
It looks great and it tastes better.
That would be good to have for Tina.
You won't regret buying that.
Really good. Some Ria out there. No.
Have you seen
No.
Rias? On the other side.
Oh, there they go. Oh.
Some Rias there running.
I think it's kind of
Pretty close. Luis was telling me about the things that we saw. At the same trip, in 3 days in Torres del Paine, that is, the odds of seeing a puma and a huemul, a deer, on the same trip, just 3 days in Torres del Paine, are one every million. It's like a
lucky break.
I never saw a puma and a huemul together at the same trip. I saw pumas, I saw huemul, but never on the same. It's like that is really.
Sebastian, we saw everything.
Yeah.
And we saw a condor close up.
But that is not only in Argentina. I mean, so we end up living our lives, making fun of our tragedies. It's the way that we have to survive our tragedies. No, I'm talking about something more specific that specifically in Argentina is very important for us.
Mate?
Mate, I don't drink mate. Okay, what if I say to you that when you came back home and you were maybe, let's suppose that you were these 3 weeks or 2 weeks that you're traveling without having any news from home. So, and you arrive home, first day at your house, you turn on the TV and the guy on CNN is saying the inflation in United States on 2019 was 60%. What would you do? There will be people jumping from skyscrapers in Manhattan, right? Or there were other people building bunkers and buying fire weapons, things like that. Well, that was the inflation in Argentina in 2019, 60%. And this word, inflation, is a word that we learn what it means since we are little kids. And we survive with 60% inflation. And it's actually, even if we consider last year inflation to be very high, it is not by, it's not by far the highest that we have experienced in Argentina. So learning about the economics of Argentina maybe sounds boring, but it's a perfect way to understand how the way we are and the way we do things. How do we live day by day? How do our long-term plan is what I'm going to do tomorrow, next week. I can start the story of why the economy is so important in Argentina in, 1810, when we start getting rid of the Spaniards, and 1816 with the independence. But I'm not going to go that far. I'm going to go back on March 24th, 1976. You hear about this day before? On March 24th, 1976. We are close to that day. It's a memorial day for us. That day on 76, the democratic government was overthrown by a military coup. And was a military and civilian coup. Many big family-run companies and many landlords also participate on this coup. And that days were the bloodiest and darkest 7 years of the history of the 20th century in Argentina begins. And you hear about the violence and the missing people and the mothers of the Main Square and the grandmothers of Main Square. You have heard all that already. You know already that, of course, the world situation made the Western countries support the dictatorship governments in South America. In between here and the capital, the only place that you can see with people is La Esperanza, the place that we stopped for coffee. And there is no other town, no other city, no other village. There is only 17 towns, 17 cities in the province, which is as large as Buenos Aires, being the biggest with 60,000, and Calafate is the third largest with 30,000. So all the others are 3,000, 5,000, 7,000. So we are not too many. It is also Calafate, remember, the city that grew the most in the past 15 years. Why? Because of you. Because of people coming to see the spectacular glacier. Remember Perito Moreno Glacier, the Glaciers National Park, the place that we are going to go tomorrow. It was declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in the late 80s. So it's one of the most fantastic views of Argentina, and it's unique as a glacier. Tomorrow we're going to talk about that. So it's a 100% touristic town. Every single soul living in Calafate lives there because there is people coming to see the glaciers. So we all have a job because you are coming, and that is something that people in Calafate knows. So some of us work directly with visitors like Gabi and myself. Some others work indirectly, like our doctors and our school teachers and the ladies at the supermarket. But everybody knows that they are there because of you. So remember that. And to see how important tourism can be in a local economy, imagine this. Calafate has 30,000 inhabitants and a capacity for 6,500 beds, 6,500 tourists per day. So in all levels, from youth hostels to five-star hotels, we have 6,500 people capacity. So now it's not exactly the high season, or it's the end of the high season now, so it's not full. But by the high season, when Calafate is full, 1/3 of the people spending the night in Calafate are not from Calafate. But that also means that one traveler supports more than 4 people. So, and that is what I really liked about tourism. It's an industry that produce a lot of jobs, a lot of manpower, because it's have to be done by people. If you count in your mind how many people, since you arrived in international airport in Buenos Aires until today, how many people worked directly for you, people that you saw with your eyes. Multiply that by 3 or 4, that is the people that work behind scenes. You have several hundreds of people that have a job because you are traveling in Argentina. So that's how important tourism is. Not only because it's a lot of money coming from outside, so it's considered an export tourism, because you're spending money here that you don't earn here, you earn someplace else. So you're bringing money to the country, also produce a lot of jobs. So feel safe. This is not Buenos Aires. Feel free to walk whatever you want, at any time you want, with your cameras hanging, with your wallet in the back pocket, with some $100, like this. Nothing happens. The boringest job to have in Calafate is really to be a police officer. They don't do nothing. It's like they're just there. So it's not because we are all very good. It's also because, well, there is no place to escape. So where are you going to go? If you rob a bank or something, where are you going to go? The nearest town is at 200 miles. So, and I hope you like dogs. I know that most Americans love dogs. So good, because we have plenty of dogs. The population of dogs in Calafate is estimated in 14,000.
Wow.
14,000. And where they are they supposed to be, in the backyards or in the front yards or indoors? Well, no, we don't do that with our dogs. No, when our dogs wants to go out, instead of putting a leash and go with the plastic bag with the dog and picking up the poop, no, we just open the door and the dogs go out. So you're gonna see lots of dogs on Main Street, especially around the hotel. I mean, you don't have to walk more than 1 block to find a dog. If you really like dogs, you just go out of the hotel, whistle, and you have 3 or 4 there. There is some dogs hanging outside the restaurants, of course. Some of them a little bit overweight because too much tenderloin. Do not try to give the leftovers of French fries or bread. The dogs will just smell that and says, "Where is the meat?" But all the dogs that you will see on the street, they are not stray dogs. They are somebody owned that dog.
So we don't have to worry about getting robbed, but we have to watch it when we walk.
That's a second good question that you made today. That if you have to be worried where we walk, you can imagine maybe with so many dogs on the street side will be like a minefield. Well, no. And maybe it's a little bit, well, it's still late for dinner, so they still have a few hours for dinner, so I'm not going to ruin your dinner, but I'm going to try to put this in a very polite way. When the dogs have the freedom to do his business, whatever they want, the last place that they will choose will be the hard cement of the street side. So the dog basically poop on the street side because we are walking on the street side with a leash with them, so they poop there. But when they can choose where to do it, they will look for a softer terrain like dirt or grass, because they can, then exercise the burying, and mark territory with that. So I will be careful if you step on grass, and if I on the grass, but on the street side, no worries. That is it's a very cultural thing that creates a big controversy in town, because when the town 20 years ago, when the town was 2,500 people, it wasn't a big deal. Now with 30,000 people, there is a lot of dogs and there is a lot of unwanted puppies. So there is in this manner, our society, our community is divided in two. The ones that don't want the dog free and the ones that wants to keep it this way. The ones that doesn't want the dogs free are demanding the city council and the mayor to establish a system to, for euthanasia of dogs, a dog jail, fines to the owners, a chip system, microchip system, whatever you want. And the others are saying, no, we still want, let's find out a way to have both, to have the dogs free as the way that we used to and we liked, but also control the unwanted puppies. The City Hall hired a vet a few years ago that they do castrations for free to dogs and cats, but it's like it's overwhelmed, the vet, so they don't do all the castrations that they should. So we still have these problems of unwanted puppy. There is a big shelter, animal shelter in Calafate that is supported just by a handful of ladies in this case. That is an NGO that helped with no help of the City Hall. So it's a quite controversial. In my very own personal opinion, I love this way. I love all the dogs are friendly. You will see, if you pet a dog, that will be your dog for the rest of the day. It's going to follow you. If you feed them, it's going to be your dog for the rest of your stay in Calafate. But they are all very friendly. They are all healthy. You will see it. At some point, they return home. The dogs living in houses around downtown, they like to go to the main street because it's where most of the people is, and they like people. So feel free to pet them. There is no rabies. There is no how do you call the fleas. There is no nothing like that here in Patagonia. So feel free to interact with the animals in Calafate.
El Calafate, this hotel, is we go to a special room they have next to the bar. They will welcome us with a non-alcoholic drink that is, if I'm not wrong, orange juice and grenadine or something like that, or it could be, I don't know, apricot juice and grenadine. But it's a sweet thing. To give us our keys, that by the way are real keys, because we don't want to have more plastic, right, and more stuff. So it is bulky on purpose.
Christmas tree.
Just looking at it, it makes me so happy to see this great town. It's such a beautiful place. You'll see El Calafate, especially tomorrow when you go for a walk on your own. It smells, there's a mixture of beer, chocolate, and dulce de leche in the air, right? And by dinner time, of course, there's a barbecue smell, right? It's all about the smells, but you'll see Calafate has a lot of places for souvenirs, a lot of places to buy sweets and jam and liquors like Calafate liquor to take back home, you see, or syrup also. So, and I don't know how many souvenir places. Some places are like the high-end souvenir. Some others are like the right place to take one present for every single person waiting for you back home. Don Luis that's one of my businesses that I have all over Patagonia, right? No, I wish. So this is the main avenue, folks, just in case you, I don't think you will get lost, but anyway, this is the official entrance where you see these big trees you see. It means that they have been planted a long time. Therefore, this is the oldest part of town. the taller a tree, the older it is, you know, or at least the property is older. And after this entrance, you see
Roses.
aquí está al lado de los juegos, está la cosa, ¿no? Folks, just in case you are looking for a great place to eat, kind of fancy but very good, on the right, these chimneys with smoke already, La Tablita, lamb is like the thing to eat over there. And after this bridge, we are now officially entering the main avenue. This is a gas station over here, and then everything. See, cerveza artesanal and bar de tapas, handcraft beer. Right in front of us now, you see La Anónima supermarket. It closes at 10 p.m. They take credit cards and even dollars. I have bought with dollars here. They don't give you bags, so in case you wanted to come to the supermarket, you have to have your own bag. And from here, everything is about bars and souvenirs and ice cream. You see? What a place! Yes, I'd love to live here. Right? I'd love to live here. You see, Patagonia Brewing, Casimiro Parrilla. That means a grill house. Lots of beer, and ice cream on the left. Don't look to the left now. Casino is the Temple of Doom. They should be closed down. More souvenirs on the right. Arte Indio. Beautiful stuff over here. Arte Indio. Great, nice stuff to see. And over here on the left, now across the street, there is a very colorful facade that says Acuarela Helados. You see? The ice cream to have. If you like ice cream, you shouldn't miss it. And that place is a great reference for us too, because the same street that faces the facade of Acuarela, the place for ice cream, is the street of our hotel, 2 blocks away. We didn't need to be especially careful walking in El Calafate, 100% agreed. But just watch your steps, because sidewalks are not in the best conditions, right? But other than that, you feel free to go out anytime you want. And this building here with the roses and the wooden structure is our hotel.
Oh, beautiful.
You see? There's lavender here, so it's easy to remember the hotel. That's our place.
Luis, a las 7 van, te espero acá o 7 menos algo.
7 puede ser, claro.
Ahí pregunté que cuando está feo tienen pasajeros.
Sí. Ok, vamos. La naranja no la dejo a ningún precio.
He was saying that the service here is so sweet. People are so nice. We keep forgetting that this is the end of the summer for them.
Muy bien. Sí, Esteban, entonces.
Nice and cozy. Beautiful. Look at this pretty little
3 are
thing.
missing.
Okay, so
Bye, thanks.
We'll
Beach
give you
and
passports.
Grenadine.
They give you.
Oh, this is the 3rd floor. Lovely. A real key. Very nice. Look at that. Wow. Let's see the view. I love the ceiling. And this is the view. Not bad.
it's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, not spectacular, but actually nice. I like it. I can see you have a suite, like a double door. This is Carmen's room. Oh my God.
I know. Look at this.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Oh my God, look at that sofa. Look how high it is. Oh,
I wish my apartment in New York is.
oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's like for a family, girl. Okay, we can have parties in here.
Look at the bathroom.
Let me see. Oh, you have a foyer in your bathroom? Oh, jacuzzi. Awesome. Are you gonna use it?
I don't know.
Oh, nice. God, look at that little sitting area. And you can see the front of the place. You have a balcony?
No.
You have a balcony.
I have a balcony?
I think so. No. Yeah, you have a balcony. Oh my God. Wow. Very nice. Oh my goodness.
This is nice.
This is perfect.
Wow.
This is like an apartment.
I know.
Okay, let's stay here. How long can we stay here? For a week? Look at that, right facing the street. That's the entrance to the hotel.
Yeah.
Awesome, girl. Enjoy it. Okay, I'll be coming to visit.
Of course.
They even give you reading material. I swear, I love it here. You can have us to dinner. Oh, look at this. Love the planet. Recycle. Cute things. Look at this little thing. And that hat. I like that. And Calafate jam. I think I'm gonna get some.
Yeah, that Calafate jam is saying you eating breakfast.
The what?
He's saying you eating breakfast.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a good souvenir to take home.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Claudia.
Claudia. You were born here in Calafate? Wow. Do you like it? My name is Nancy. I live in New York.
Nancy.
Nice to meet you. But do you like it here in Calafate?
Oh, yes, I love it.
You love it, huh?
Yes.
It's lovely already.
Yes.
We are only here for a very short period of time, and I love it.
Calm,
I'll
quiet.
see. Yeah, I was not kidding about dogs. He's trying to get you. He's going in instead of out. What is that? He had a hard time getting him out.
Oh, Kermit.
That might be the time of the year too.
Oh my God! Awesome.
Do you see the flower?
They have lost it. They have lost it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, these actually.
No, but the smell is amazing.
But did you
This
see
might
how
be the first because the others look like they haven't opened yet. Maybe.
we were somewhere?
They're adorable.
Packs of dogs and we were terrified
Oh,
on the beach. Where
oh,
were
look
you?
at him.
Miami.
Look at that. Wow.
Nobody can beat me. I give you that info just in case. Ping pong, never ever in history, nobody has ever won. Right? I just tell you as a piece of information. Ping pong or the other thing, no way, Jose. Right? So folks, remember that tonight we have two choices, right? Very typical from the area. Lamb is a no-brainer, right? You can tell why, because there's more sheep than people around. And trout, because they catch it there in the river and the lake. The important thing about this meal, that apart from being this typical, is the fact that we go to this place that's called El Cucharón, right? El Cucharón. They used to have their original restaurant in town, 2 blocks away from the hotel. I met my friend Carlos, the other OET guide. Right? We hadn't seen each other for months. And we went to this little place, half this bus. And the food was so good. It was like grandma had cooked the thing. It was really good. Like the chicken soup that you can tell is like homemade. Right? That was a taste of the things we had. And he went for trout and I went for lamb. That all has a kind of a spinach gnocchis also inside. It's a very thick stew, very nice. So we liked it so much that we talked to the owner, whose name is Diego. And we said, Diego, would you be interested? Would you dare to host meals for bigger groups? He said, but there's no room. I have no room. But what if we're all very close together? But you deserve it. You work hard. His wife is the cook. Now he cooks too. Why don't you try to make some space and see what happens? A bigger room in the same restaurant. He built something, and all of a sudden we started going there. And all of a sudden he hadn't room enough. He needed a bigger place because he became so popular that now he bought this place where we are going. He grew. So talking about changing people's lives, right? By work and all. So look at the location right in front of the lake. You see? And for the ones that are interested in birds and stuff, remember the guide is for this place. In general, it's Los Glaciares. And look, this is El Cucharón now. Brand new place.
Oh.
It's a great place, beautiful place. Very nice people too. And that's Diego, the bald guy there. Diego, my friend Diego. So he's the owner. He used to have a partner in business and he bought the other person's parts. He grew and grew. And look, now he has this beautiful place here. The great thing about this is that this restaurant looks exactly like the old one, but in a bigger scale. Right? But it's exactly the same thing. Okay, let's go eat. Vamos?
We like the handles. They're interesting. I think is that what it means, Cucharón? It means it's the name of the restaurant, Cucharón. Gracias.
You try. Yeah. Did I see the bottle?
Huge wines. Yeah, look at the wine bottle.
Great wine. And do you have a wine list I could?
We are hosting Luis. Hey, Luis. True. Yep. And to us too.
And to us. He knows the house.
Gorgeous. My lamb stew. Oh my God! I'm lambs. The Greeks. Greeks have the lamb. Look at this. The trout looks awesome. Look at that. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
That looks beautiful.
Wow, look at Shelby's piece. It's like twice as big as yours.
Oh, good choice.
This is
Delicious. Wow. It smells amazing. Look at that, high class.
Oh my gosh, what a funny little camper. Oh, it's a truck camper with little ribbons.
Isn't it? Even the presentation, and I think it tastes good too. It tastes as good as it looks, huh? Some meal. Oh, lovely.
That's what I thought. You know, they grow like that.